大家好，我是 Sam，欢迎来到我的频道。那这个影片我会讨论的事情，跟上个影片一样，是一个 reaction video，OK，是看别人到底他们的 sales process 是什么，他们是怎么样 close 一个 deal 的，OK，this is the part two，OK，part two。三句话我可能说太多废话了，哈哈。Let's get straight into it.
Time into it and effort. Mm-hmm. So the basic thing, just like you didn't really like consume, you didn't really like the time to go through everything and open it up. Maybe like that. Okay. I guess I'm curious, like, why didn't you start trying with the railroad again? Like, I mean, why are you looking for something other than the railroad? It seems like big thing just getting effort. Well, I was going to try, and then I seen what what you were saying about TV and 2 hours, and I thought, why not try it? So I thought if that doesn't work, I'm going to get it back and get it going. Okay. And the railroad, did they give like any guidance on things like support? I don't know if it's one-on-one support, but they have like a lot of videos, and you can ask questions in chat. So in chat, I don't know if it's like face-to-face video like this, but you can ask questions and answer your questions in chat, and other people answer your questions like a fake group chat. Like everyone help each other out, kind of thing. Okay. Cool. So I guess like specifically, I know they teach like dropshipping inside the railroad and things like that in terms of the railroad now. Ultimately, I guess kind of what's the goal, man? Like where are you looking to take things within this period, the time frame you have? Like what are you looking to build on? I'm trying to start something off where I can make.
我先暂停一下。他刚刚提到了他以前在 Free World，他是在他的一个 online course，他提到有很多 information，然后他们可以在一个 group coaching 可以问问题，可能不是 face to face，但可以在去做一些 comment， 去做这个问一下问题之类的 ，OK。然后他这个 closer 又问他有没有是一些 dropshipping 之类的一些东西，看他怎么回答。
Hours a day, which I should have. I'm just trying to build it to the point where I won't need that full-time job. And then maybe start something else, something, you can start multiple side hustles and hopefully a few side hustles, and then I won't have to take a full-time job and spend more time with family and that kind of thing. Here's kind of like, well, I mean, why exactly do you not want to go back to like a full-time job? What's wrong with working a full-time job? It seems like for you really just kind of, it's like since you've, been able to leave this job, but you don't want to do anything similar. I don't mind doing something similar or even different.
他提到 full-time job，OK，我的 episode 2有提到现在的美国人他们都不想去做一个 full-time job，然后我在那个影片有提到方方面面可以去看那个影片，不过我们听他怎么说的。
Even if it's building a house, that would be good to know. But it's just I want to make money like per hour. I want to make more money per hour just so I can retire young and do what I want. That kind of thing. So you said you're looking to retire young, but I mean, when are you looking to retire by? I mean, like 25 sounds good. 25. It sounds great to me. Cool. So 25 retirement. I mean, what are you doing then?
Wow, 25岁就要退休了，他的脑回路可能跟我们比较不一样。赚足够多的钱，25岁退休。
Some make more money on like a side hustle, a couple hours here and there, and just travel. See the world.
OK， 他的退休跟我们定义有点不太一样。他的退休定义可能是他可以随心所欲的去环游世界。OK， 对，稍等一下。Man, it's crazy what that's out there. https://adr.npa.gov.tw/maxwell 我要收到一个万安演习防空警报，飞弹、火箭攻击中南北部地区。What the fuck? Okay, happened before. Okay, well, get back to it.
Okay. Are you guys on any list? Or are you going to travel to? Japan for sure. Yeah. Germany.
OK， 这边是 GEQ，OK，Game Establishing Question， 或者说去把他们碰到一个 Dream State，OK， 他们可以得到什么？他们可以 gain 到什么
I want to go to Russia a little bit, and then just all the rest of the beauties. Japan is the main one. I want to go to Japan. What's in Japan? I don't know. It's not cool over there. They got a whole everything's like everything's different. Skateboard things. I guess kind of like for specifically like just the buildings, the people, the food, the culture, the food. Right?
With this whole interaction right here, what I'm doing is I'm basically painting out the idea what it would look like, right? And they can't distinguish it from like it not being reality, right? So in that moment, the same thing. And one thing you would notice is that like I do a lot in order to actually like really form a connection upon knowing really like why exactly they have the motivation that they do. And this is how you build like true rapport, right? True rapport isn't built in the beginning of the call where we ask the person like, hey, how's your day going? Oh, what's your baseball team? What's your favorite baseball team? Or what do you like to do on the weekends? Like that's bullshit. And they know that's bullshit, right? True rapport is built upon like properly identifying what's going on, like properly identifying the problem, and then also like connecting with them upon like just their dreams, their goals, and the things that they actually genuinely like to do, right? And that's how you make it so that like by the end of this call, I feel I'm like one of his best advisors, right? Like he trusts me as much as he trusts his own mother, right? And that's how we want to make it.
I mean, I've never heard of anyone go to Japan and do their dad stuff. You know, everyone always has different things to Japan. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if it's pretty cold. Germany, one of like beautiful places, you know, that's great sights.
而这边我可能会跳过一下，他们就讲build more rapport 去跟客户有更多的情感连接。Germany 怎么样 ，Japan 怎么样？
Someone would be more than enough.
And notice how I always tie things to like a specific number. And that's because a goal is just a goal, right? Like a goal isn't real. A goal is a dream. It's in the head. But when I tie it to a number, that's when it becomes real. That's when it becomes something that's like it's actually reachable.
OK，
Versus
这边叫 anchor，OK， 这个东西对你来说价值是值多少？
just being some la la dream. Some people don't know. Some people don't even believe like their own dreams. They don't even believe their own goals. However, when you tie that to a specific number, then it becomes a lot more achievable. It becomes a lot more real when you help this person understand that, like, oh shit, like I only need to make $8,000 to $10,000 a month to be able to live the fucking life that I want to live, right? Now it's like, oh shit, like that's not even. I can do that. Like that's achievable. You know what I mean? So you always want to do that. You always want to tie goals to like actual achievable, tangible like milestones.
That would work perfect. And I'd have money in the bank, and then they can do whatever you want with that much money. So around $8,000 to $10,000 per month. Okay, at least for me to fully retire and fully travel. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So I guess like I mean, it's a like a bit of a personal question. I mean, poverty man, like a big thing that we talk about within our content, and you know, like a big thing that we talk about is really based upon financial freedom and being able to like do what you want when you want and end up wanting to like live the life that you want. And like just to
而这边虽然我还不是太了解它的产品，但是它的 sales call 很大程度上就建立在3个 question，OK，financial location time freedom，OK，pretty much 现在做 online business 的人的梦想 ，OK， 第一个是time freedom， 可以任何时间做自己想做的事情。第二个是 location freedom， 可以随时随地去环游世界。第三个是 financial freedom， 可以赚足够多的钱去维系我的 lifestyle。OK， 他也是这样看下来，他也是问这几个 pain point。
Today, man, I can definitely tell that that's something that you resonate with. So I guess I'm just kind of curious, like, why do you have to want to get to that point where like you are able to retire at 25, man, and travel the world making like $10,000 a month? Well, I mean, no one really wants to work and then be at zero every month. Like no one just wants to work full time, pay your bills, buy your food, pay your car, and then you barely see the difference in your bank account. It's kind of nice knowing it goes up and up and up and up and up, and then you can do whatever. You're good. You're set. No stress. Yeah, I mean, not no stress, but a lot less stress. I guess it's kind of like with how you've been living. Like, have you kind of feel like you've been in a cycle where it's like you're always working, but you know, at the end of the month you're always like at around zero, or you haven't seen any growth? I wouldn't say to that point. I make decent money where I work. I make $36.50 an hour, which which is all right here. And I'm not at that point where I'm at zero every month, but it's to the point where it goes up very, very slow, and then you got to make a big purchase. Like your car, you build something or you need some repair, and then you're back and you set back at months in work. Like, I'm there, but I'm not like it's not like it's zero. It's just slow, and I want to be a lot faster. Okay. And I'm curious, man. I guess like you've been working at your job for 4 years now, and that's that's a very long time, dude. I mean, I guess what kind of made like now time where you feel like you wanted to say,
Why now? OK， 他现在在做 blocking objection， 只要是 time objection， 为什么现在是最好的时间？因为他们如果后面说啊，我现在可能很忙，很忙，我现在不太适合我做这项措施，他在规避这些问题。
Like when you make this change, like when you get into this, and like you feel like what's it about? Well, I've been thinking about doing a side hustle for probably almost like 3 years or before. I'd say 3 years, but you're busy, you have time to look into it a little bit, and it's not the right time for you. And I've been trying. I'm not trying to do a side hustle, but in the real.
So one thing you see that I do right here is I really want to get why now.
OK，
Like,
对吗？我刚刚说了，再跳过一下。
And I've always really wanted to do like a good side hustle. So now is the time. Just now is the time that I found works best. I'm gonna really try this month. Solid. So I guess like kind of getting into like if you were to even work with us, like I guess what would you be looking for our help specifically on in terms of like getting set up? Well, to be honest, I'm not sure yet. I don't really know exactly what you guys are, what your thing is, what your course is or whatnot. Can you say something about a 44-page something? I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm still very. So ultimately, like this one, what I'm hearing sounds like, at this point, you've been working like hourly and working hourly right for a long time. It's just like you're tired of kind of having your income limited to a specific amount per hour that you're looking to get into a way in which you can earn off what you work and not just off the hours that you put in. And it's like now you kind of have that opening, you have that space available where you can actually, kind of dive into it and put the work in. Exactly. Okay. Cool, man. So yeah, I guess like with that being said, I can find a bit more.
So notice like what I did right here is I basically like paraphrased everything that we talked about in the discovery. And that is so powerful to do. Because whenever you do that, you basically demonstrate to your prospect that like you understand what exactly is going on within their life and really.
OK, paraphrase 就是客户说什么，我们在跟他说一样的事情，表示我们有在认真听他们在说什么。
Asking for his permission in order to actually like deliver the pitch, right?
OK， 还有一点就是他刚才说 asking for permission， right？ 我们要寻求他们的同意，进行我们的 pitch。当然可以是进行任何的的下一步，比如说啊，我可以，你觉得是否合适？我花几分钟时间跟你讨论一下现在市场的情形，跟你讨论一下，现在我们给你的一些 solution， 或者是一些性价比的方案等等。OK， 我们这样可以显示到我们的 professionalism。
Process I'm talking to share how exactly we go about doing things. So overall, they like.
So notice how I asked for his permission to actually pitch him, thinking and talking about all the benefits. Like you always want to make the prospect feel like they're in control of the sale, and basically how you position that is like, hey, is it okay if I explain, what we do, right? And then they're going to be like, yeah. So then from there, it's like, hey, you opted into this, right? You always want to have people opt in so that then there's more engagement. Now, for obvious reasons, I can't like go into like the exact pitch of our client's offer just because like that is confidential. So let's skip through that. The process will be.
Oh man， 我蛮想看他怎么 pitch 的，因为现在是我在主要研究的一个课题。
Get to that point where, you are doing $8,000-$10,000 and you are travel more and really live like you want. 100%. Okay, awesome. And is there anything that I cover that you think like, would it work for you, or like, would it make sense?
No, I think I'm good. I understand the process.
So with this question right here, what I'm basically doing is I'm doing a temp check, right? And you notice that like, you know, with this question, ultimately the biggest thing that I want to do is really see like how much does this prospect really resonate.
OK，a temp check 意思是1到10分给这个方案打几分 ，right？如果他们说低于9到10分的话，那我们知道他不会买 ，right？除非这是个9分到10分，他们才有可能买。当然有其他的方式去做一个 temp check，right？所以目前为止，你觉得这套 solution 对来说价值是多少？因为 temp check 可能用烂大街了，现在可能每个人在说，包括很多 Riz video，OK，rate me on 1 to 10，已经用的烂大街了。那我可以尝试别的方法去做。我问他一些 anchor 的问题 ，OK？ 你觉得这项解决措施对你来说价值多少呢 ？OK？ 或者说可以类比 ，right？ 我都没有说我要给你这套解决措施，这解决措施甚至都不是在我们的 pitch 当中。我只想问一下，这套解决措施对你来说价值是多少？如果我可以帮你解决 lead generation 问题的话，对你来说价值多少呢 ？Right？ 如果我可以帮你解决每个月都赚取$4000的话，这对你来说价值是多少呢？
Whatever solution that I'm selling to him, right? And as you can see here, like he's all in, right? He's saying like, yo, he's 100% in. Like, what exactly is going on within their own process thing right there, right? Like you want to make it so that people feel dumb for not wanting to buy, uncovering all of their problems and positioning things properly so that they just want to buy, right?
It's pretty simple, straightforward. I like it.
Cool, man. So, I guess we'll go from here.
You mean get my store going? That's all I can say.
Cool, so, you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
你可以看到他的 prospect 在笑，笑很重要。这个 closer 他可能比较少笑，我们要多笑一点，有很多 psychological 的 advantage。对，只要你笑，有很多潜在的好处。Sorry， 所以我们一定要多笑。
So, I mean, in terms of like how to get started,
All right. So notice how I always do a double confirmation, right? So with that, I asked him, where do you want to go from here? He said, all right, you know, how do I get my store going? How do I get started? And then from there, I say, you're ready to get started, right? So we never want to just like hop in immediately and just like, you know, start delivering the price and everything. We always want to like get as much confirmation as possible before you've given away all your leverage. So basically, we want to get as many buy-ins as possible so that once prices drop, is like the person can't back out, right?
the investment is only $2,500 today.
2,500. And what would that get me? How would that?
So $2,500 would get you the full access in terms of everything that I just described. Full access in terms of our training platform, in terms of our network, in terms of our process of actually our network with suppliers, as well as our sourcing team, and also going about showing different marketing strategies to develop out to like actually make videos go viral and things like that.
And that's what I'm going to do right away.
So it'll be upfront today.
Mhm. And what would happen if, like, my store doesn't took off or that kind of thing? I don't make decent money on it. What would be a cost on that?
I mean, do you believe like that would happen?
I don't know. I don't think so.
在这边客户有一些 objection，right price objection。他说，如果万一这道措施没有成功怎么办 ？OK， 万一没有办法 work out 怎么办？然后他这个 closer 他的解决方式说啊，你为什么会觉得不成功呢？可以听到怎么回答？
But you never know. Things go, I guess.
Like overall, do like are you okay and willing to like follow our directions, and are you okay and are you willing to like put in the work to actually make sure that like the store does as best as possible and like it's actually able to like scale? Like, are you able to, if you're able to allocate 3 hours every day and you're able to like follow everything that we lay out for you and kind of go upon our path, then there's no reason why you wouldn't get there. And that's
Pretty much 他这边做的事情是要给他做一个心理建设。OK，this is not a quick get rich quick scheme。你要 put in the hard work。 OK，如果你没有 put in hard work 的话，那当然不会成功。
对，
Okay. Okay. All right, let's go for it. What do I look at?
cool, right?
Yeah.
All right, well,
那这就觉得
all in answer for you. Give me
I am a little bit hesitant. It's a lot of money for me right now because on the ups and whatnot.
Alright，这边如果你有看到我的影片 Five Buying Stages，right？现在当客户他们在付钱以前，他们会进入一个非常容易反悔的情况。我碰到很多情形是，他们已经同意他们要付钱，但是在付钱的那一刻，他直接 end the meeting，OK？他直接因为恐惧的关系，怕被上当，因为你知道有很多 scammers online，他们也听到很多这样的类型的故事，很怕。Right？ 那我们要怎么去安抚他们？看这个 close 怎么说的。
Okay. Let's make it, like, I'm not saying you would have shown me or whatnot, but we're at a distance. It's, you guys are in America and I'm in Canada. How does that work? You have to work with you.
And notice this right here, like notice how the prospect has a bit of hesitancy, right? So
Right，听到怎么
he
说的
wants to do it, right? But he's stepping out of his comfort zone, and especially since for him, this is like a relatively large purchase, right? Since he's like doing everything all up front, he has a bit of hesitancy. And ultimately, notice how even in this situation, I maintain frame, right? And you never want to get excited, right? You never want to get overly excited. You never want to be overly happy or overly shocked or overly like just shocked with anything that happens, right? You always want to stay neutral and basically uncover really like what's the root cause between what's going on.
他刚才说我们要很 stoic，就算他们说他们愿意 on board，我们也不要表现出太高兴，然后我们还是要显露出一个很 stoic 的情况，因为钱没有进来的话 ，right mission's not done，OK，mission's not done，所以不能表现出太高兴的样子，不然你高兴的越快，可能伤心的越快，那对方可能会察觉到。那当然每个人不一样。Right， 但他是看起来是个很 stoic 的一个 closer。那有些人可能会说，哦 ，Yo，let's go，right，let's go，OK，let's get into this，welcome to the team，right， 很多人会这样说，没有什么不好的，OK， 让对方觉得很兴奋，这样对 closing 的 deal 也有好处。所以这个地方 depend。
So I guess for you, like, how would you feel more comfortable if you did have a guarantee?
Yeah, it would help me. Yeah.
Well, we don't typically do guarantees. But give me 1 second. Like, let me see if I can get something good. All right, so
OK， 他这边也用一些技巧，他用 if、then 的技巧。OK， 他肯定已经有 guarantee， 他绝对100%，绝对在 contract 里面有 guarantee。但他说，我们一般来说我们不会做保证，但是如果我为了你做保证，那你可不可以帮我做某些事情？那这样的话，对方就会有比较更多的，他们觉得这是个好的 deal， 他们觉得他们占便宜了。这样他们可以有更高的几率 close。
I spoke with you said he's willing to give me a guarantee in terms of we guarantee ultimately that you double your investment made within 90 days, or he's going to do it for you something. So we're doing that. Get out over to you, man. And yeah.
Okay. That was fun.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, pretty much, with this actor prospect right here, I could have actually just like continued handling his objections and continued making things clear for him. However, ultimately it's like, because I fully believe in the product that I am selling and really in our ability to transform his actual life, like I didn't really have a problem with just like giving him a guarantee and basically just moving himself forward, since at the end of the day he's just looking for the boom. So this right here is a curveball, right?
Let's go.
Boom.
What if I go pick up my sister?
Are you doing it like right now?
Let's go.
Boom. So this right here is a curveball, right? And ultimately, this
每次付钱的时候都有各种情况发生。
is what separates like your average sales guy versus like your master closer. He's trying to lead the call, right? So ultimately what he's trying to do is he's trying to separate himself from the call and ultimately move himself away from the actual sales environment so that he doesn't have to make a decision now. And in this attempt, basically, he's trying to move towards a place of comfort and follow the routine he's known for the last 3-4 years now. And ultimately, it's like with that, with him doing that, he's going to end up thinking about things, and then he's just not going to want to move forward.
I mean, let's get the process started. Typically, we can move things forward if you're onboarded. So I'm definitely reach out. If you got that, that's the part. And while you work on that, I'll start working on getting out there. Okay. That's the way through. Okay. Let's see. Can you send a screenshot of the payment as well as your email? We can move things forward.
That, with him doing that, he's going to end up thinking about things, and then he's just not going to want to move forward.
I mean, let's get the process started. Typically, we can move things forward if you're onboarded. So I'm definitely reach out. If you got that, that's the part. And while you work on that, I'll start working on getting out there. Okay. That's the way through. Okay. Let's see. Can you send a screenshot of the payment as well as your email? Sorry, before that, can you send a screenshot of the payment as well as your email? Sorry, we need to have this actually. Can you hear me? Yeah, I did. Okay, that was good. Yeah, you can screenshot of the payment as well as your email. And then just send that to where I sent that. You got that in Zoom. In the Zoom chat.
Boom. And payment has been sent. The deal has been closed. Right. Just getting him started. A complete stranger selling, right? But ultimately just for me, like probably
Alright，这就是这个影片，谢谢大家观看。